What's crafting, guys? Welcome back to episode 10 of my Minecraft series. As you can see, we're in the depths of the trial chambers, and I've also got an ominous potion on me because I've been testing out my new setup. I have lost quite a lot of armor doing this as I've been bombarded by skeletons, but I'll quickly show you what I've done, and then you can see how you can easily set up a collection system. So in this chamber, as I showed you before, there was like 4 spawners. I set up the second floor or the first floor, whichever one you want to call it first, but down here it's just a quick and simple setup. If you go down here, you've got your collection under there with hopper, soulfire campfire, which is right there, and then it's a skeleton spawner. Now you have to make this quite thick, so about too thick, because if you don't, the spawners can spawn outside of its radius, but you can easily collect it like that. I've also just on top done a similar setup with a chest this time. That's to attach the 2 skeleton spawners together. So if we go upstairs, we'll have a quick look what's up here. It's a very easy setup. I've had to put these little roofs on so that if you do put an ominous potion on, any effects that come out of the sky won't hit you. You go down here, you've got the spawner here. This is more of a XP farm for me. It's a zombie spawner, and literally you spawn into this gap here, and then you can just hit it with a sword. Come down this way, you got 2 skeleton spawners. You got one here, and you got another one just here. Now these are attached with 2 water streams that go from there to there into the middle. In the middle there's a small drop, and then soulfire campfire at the bottom, and then the collection device underneath that as well. I have blocked off some of the areas like this because I do keep getting skeletons, zombies, or whatever you want attacking me, and I haven't blocked this one off, but most of the zombies have ended and skeletons end up in there, so I can easily take them out with a bow and arrow. And what I've done upstairs is just something simple, just blocked off these ends and put some doors. It works really well. I do want to sort of set up I believe it's a 20-minute timing system, so that once the spawners are reset, I can go straight back to them. So maybe I'll do an ender pearl system which will reset automatically, and while I'm building it will bring me down here, and then I'll just collect and do the others. But through those doors at the back will lead to the rest of the chamber, and I'm not prepared. So I'll see you back upstairs and we'll get on with the rest of the episode. And after that short time lapse, the T1 is finally done. I've added a crane, well, a sort of scoop crane sort of thing. I need to probably add a lever onto the engine to stop it from going, but it gives the sound of the engine moving. I've added the cab with a few little bits and pieces, seat. It's fairly simple cab, but I think It looks pretty cool. It does what it needs to do, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out finally. So this project is finally done. It's slowly aging up. I want the engine to probably age fully green, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, pretty happy for the first vehicle attempt and the first really big steampunk ground vehicle. It's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. So now we need to think of where are these guys who are working down in this quarry going to live. What I've already done is I've cleared out a little bit of area around here, and I've got a quick sketch which I'll show you now. And this sketch basically shows you they're going to live up the top part, and then the tools are going to be below, and then there's going to be a lift that takes you down to the bottom. And luckily, if I place it probably just around here, I'll path it up, and then we can have the storage system next to it, which I think is going to look pretty cool, and it'll bring in a little bit more life into this area. And maybe later we'll attempt to do the basalt generator, which I'll go through with you. So let's crack on with that. Now that a path has been created for the new villager house for the quarry workers, I've built a watchtower so that people can watch over the quarry and see what's happening. I'll go inside. This floor is for the site manager's office. I've put an armor stand there for his uniform. Got a few little boards so that we can put down jobs that we need. If anyone has any ideas for anything that's to be built, redstone or buildings, let me know and I'll put it on the board. Got a nice round this corner, just a little desk and a chair and a couple more of these boards. You come out here, there's a little door, and this is like a little sort of watchman balcony as well, so you can see what's going on. And then we've got a little ladder downstairs which will lead to the floor where the workers will be. We've got a little crane slash machine that attaches the new lift so that the workers could go straight down and work. And in here we've got 4 bunks, 4 uniforms, a little table, a little cooking stove and another little barrel. I do want to put some lanterns in there when I get them, but it's pretty much finished. There's a couple of little niggly bits that need to be done, but it has a beautiful view, even though it's not quite finished yet. It needs a little bit more terraforming. So I think the next job is going to have to be the new basalt generator. Now the basalt generator I want to build just over there, so we'll do a nice little redstone tutorial. It's time for redstone janky edition. I've started doing a little bit of excavation for this basalt maker. What I've used down here is soul soil, not soul sand. If you use soul sand it won't work, but soul soil will. And what I want to do is place a block of ice, I think it's here, and then have lava coming down, and as soon as the lava hits the soul soil and the soul and the ice, I think it's blue ice, it turns to basalt. Then what that will do is it will send a signal round to here and push it that way. And then what I also want to do is place some small pistons this way, and that will join up with that will push as soon as it goes all the way. It push them down here. Along this area here I'll build a small trench, and that will have a water stream in, and then we'll have water streams either side to collect everything. And when it gets over here it'll push it all the way and we can join it up to that system. So what I'll do is I'll just place this, because an observer, and you know this already with me, I always place the observer the wrong way round. If I place an observer that way, that will pick up and the piston should move. So say if I just put this here, it moves. Now I don't know if the delay on this is going to work, so now it's going too fast. I want to put in some repeaters just to put a small delay on it. So if I just put this back down for now, I'll just go make some repeaters and I'll be right back to show you. So the idea is just to delay the pulse so that the piston will work a little bit slower. So I'll put a few in, we'll see. And to be honest, I could just do this and this may work, we'll see. Okay, it's far too fast. So I'm going to have to break this again. Oh, it's becoming a chore already, isn't it? So let's slow this down. Let's knock these a couple and we'll see how it turns out. So let's place this down again. That works quite nicely actually. So as soon as the lava hits that, it will make a block. So what I want to do is place some more pistons this way. So I'll do as many as I can. What you want to do is also, oh well, you don't want to feed it into that, so let's just remove this one so it doesn't all join up together. So we've got a row of about 5, which for what I want to do is not too bad. So if you run redstone across all the backs, that's gonna have to go. Oops. Let's just place a solid block under. To bring this around, and we want it about here. And we need to place one solid here. Then what we want to do is get... Ah, no! I didn't prepare again. So let me come back once more and I'll get another torch. And I'm back. So what I want to do is just put this here, which should light up here as soon as a block gets put on top. So let's just test that out. And that pushes that out. I've got to try and figure something out, so let's try, because what I'm going to have to do is bring this out just a little bit, because I want to be able to move. I want to be able to move that last block so that it moves out the way. So there you go. So once that piston's there, if I press this there, it'll move it across. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to have to clear out this area here. So I'll clear this area out. And you pretty much got the rough idea of how this system's going to work now. Just here is where the ice is going to go. And not on the floor. So that should be the system. So once I can get some ice, I'm going to look for some traders and see if I can get the ice off them. But I also need to just clear out this. Once I've done all that, I'll bring you back and I'll show you it working. And here is the finished machine. Yes, the ice took me 14 long days to get a trader, which was such a long time to wait. But I've edited it, added a few bits and pieces. As you can see, I've already got a light, so I'll explain that in a moment. But as I said before, the lava is in there and it falls down and creates a piece. Now over here I've created something that I like to call the capper. Now the capper is just because as I was experimenting, it kept on pushing blocks over this way, so I created this so that when something comes over here, it flips that, activates the pistons, and they all clip over here. And that's why there's an obsidian block to stop any blocks from going further. Now you can use this on smaller or bigger ones, but I know the limit is roughly about 15. Now if you follow me down here, I can see, as I can show you, there's two redstone lines. One's going to the piston and one's going to a light. You follow this all the way down here. I've got a repeater, and underneath this one, if you get rid of this, it activates the piston down the bottoms. But you have to make sure this row is fully done, otherwise down here will stop. But as you can see, the machine is working, and as soon as that goes, it flips the trapdoor and moves it, which I love. It's amazing. It works really well. The rate is awesome. As soon as you mine it, it goes down there, and then it goes into a stream, and then as soon as that torch has been activated at the bottom, it turns the machine off. And all you have to do to reset it is go back down there and mine the the last or the first row, whichever way you want to call it. So yeah, that is pretty much done. And when it is full, the light comes on and lets me know when the machine is full up for me to dig away. So with this machine you can also make a cobblestone maker the same way. You just have to do the bog standard water to lava. And this machine isn't that pretty, and as you can see, I keep getting random animals in there. So let's get building, and will join me after this short time lapse. And here is the final building. What I've done is made it look like a sort of shack attached into the mountainside. There is a chimney which I do need to get some fires for, and I just need to cap off the big storage boiler type thing that's there. But if you follow me down, I'll show you what else there is. I put gravel next to it just to sort of give it some sort of purpose, and some gravel around the front. I've also put a little hidden furnace behind there just in case I want to cook up some food, and down here we've got a little hidden crafting bench and a light. So when we come around the corner, what I've got is a little door, and there is something that I want to build with you just very quickly. If I can get through the door, So we need to come down here. It's pretty basic in here now, but what I want to do is I want to get the rails, a couple of these, and this is just a very quick system so that I can mine the basalt up a lot quicker, and it makes my job slightly easier when it comes to doing the mining section. So let's just place that there, get my rail, sit there, and what I'll do is I'll just flick it, and then once I get positioned. But it'll be easier when I've got like Instamine on or something, so. But yeah, that's a pretty simple system, and it's really cool, and it works amazingly. If you guys got any thoughts or comments or need to know a little bit more details about this machine, just let me know and I'll give you a brief breakdown of what it involves. So I've done a little bit of terraforming as well. It sort of brings the area together, but I haven't done this corner over here because I know there's a bit of a water lake over there, so I'm contemplating bringing it over and maybe creating a gypstone farm underneath. And I haven't quite finished all of this, so we were roughly about halfway round at the moment, which is still quite a lot of work to do. But we'll work on this during episodes, and we'll build farms every episode. So guys, that is the end of the episode. We've done a hell of a lot, and I'm pretty happy with our progress. Now I do want to say thank you to some of my subscribers. So Disqualified as a Man, thank you for the comments. Nicole's Minecraft Creation 9189, very long name, but thank you very much for your comments too. And DSL25, thank you for all the advice and everything that you give me. So remember guys, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you enjoyed it, let us know. But if there's anything you want to comment on, just let me know with that as well. But don't forget to like and subscribe and stay crafty. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out these previous videos.